Hey guys! I know it's been a while, but I have new things to review. For instance, I have Power of the Primes, Rodimus Unicronus. Would have gotten Prime, but Unicronus looked cooler. You can see one of the sticker details is starting to peel off, but on the other side, that one's doing just fine. And speaking of details, you get some pretty nice details throughout the toy itself. There's a black and purple with translucent red for the windshield. You get silver for the exhaust pipes. And then you get kind of a gray plastic for the spoilers. And some nice molded detail throughout the toy itself. And you have the guns up top, right there. Now on my copy, for some reason, when you put the guns together, it makes this big rifle, but on my copy, the connection is really kind of weak. Like, if I just shake it around, see? So, I just display them with the guns separated from each other, so pretty unfortunate, but oh well. I'll take what I can get. And I have seen other people reviewing Unicronus, and they all say that they have one favorite mode over the other. Like, I'm kind of garbled, but you know what I was trying to say. Anyway, I don't really have a favorite mode. While it is true that they do have their flaws, they all look very nice, in my opinion. So, don't really have one favorite over the other, like some people. Crazy cats. You get some detail on the back, or the like thrusters, kind of like the DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future. And if you want, you can flip them down as like a ramp. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take the main section out, and we'll see how that looks. So we're going to untab the exhaust pipes. Now, the top ones, they just rotate up like that, and they tap in right there. Right there. And the sides, those are pretty self-explanatory. They tab in right there. So, do the same thing on the other side. And now I'll just swing these panels back, like so. Then we're going to untab this, and it goes into 3 places. That tab on that spoiler there goes on the back, right there in the middle of that double hinge, and the tabs on the back, right there, I don't know how well you can see that, but they go into those slots right there. So, we'll go ahead and set the trailer off, and we'll put what they call Nemesis Hot Rod into his vehicle mode. I personally don't like the Nemesis Hot Rod thing. It sounds kind of stupid. So if any of you guys think of something better, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you taking the time to do so. And there is Nemesis Hot Rod in vehicle mode. It's very reminiscent to the original Hot Rod. I haven't ever watched the Power of the Prime series, but apparently what happened to Hot Rod was he got corrupted from everyone blaming him for the death of Optimus Prime, I guess, and then he became Rodimus Unicronus. So, and you still have that black and purple detail, gray for the headlights. So, pretty cool. So now let's get Nemesis Hot Rod into robot mode. So we're going to take the exhaust pipes and just kind of accordion them into the arms like that. And then we're going to take the legs, which tab it in 2 places. There's a tab on the back, right there, right here, which goes into that slot there, and that little T-bar just goes into the sides of the legs. So we're just going to untab the legs. Sorry, woke up not too long ago. Now we're going to rotate the entire cockpit section up, and there's a tab right there. Don't know how well you can see that, but it'll go to that slot right there. Again, don't know how well that'll pick up on the camera, but it's there. You just have to trust me on this one. So now, for the feet, we're going to open up that panel and then just flip the feet out from that hollow gap there. And then just close up the panel, do the same thing on the other side, and there we have the legs all done. Trying to get them proportioned so it'll stand up straight. And there we have most of the robot mode done. So now we'll just take the sides of the front, untab them and kind of bring them down like that. Then do the same thing on the other side, like that. And now for the arms, we have to kind of untab them. It kind of has to be kind of twisted a little bit, like that. And a little tab/hook goes into a slot there. And you can leave the arm kind of angled like that, or you can do what I do and just kind of leave it like that. Because you can barely see, oops, you can barely see the difference, but now we'll just do the same thing on the other side. Again, you can barely see the difference as to how I display it with the angling, but just wanted to show you the options that are there. Now we're going to take the grill, the vehicle mode, and you can see the Unicronus head just peeking out there, and the back of the Nemesis Hot Rod head. Excuse me. And then and you just bring that bit up, rotate it, bring it back down, close it back up, and there is Nemesis Hot Rod in his robot mode. Again, sorry, I only woke up not too long ago. Okay. And it looks pretty good. You have that same black and purple detail with red for the eyes and metallic purple for the head crest. You have a Decepticon insignia right there on the front of his chest, right in the middle. And the sticker detailing is pretty good too. Again, silver for the exhaust pipes. Now, articulation-wise, his head can rotate, but it can only go that far. The arms can go in and out on that ball joint, but you can also use the transformation joint if you need to. They can do a full 360, but the spoiler kind of gets in the way of that. Yeah, the kind of transformation hinge for the arms, and you also have a ball joint, so it can angle up and down, rotate. Now, for the legs, they can go forward that far, they can go back that far, You can do the full splits. You have slightly under 90 degrees of bend at the knee. So there we have that. And let's go ahead and get him into the Rodimus Unicronus configuration. So we're crazy cats. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and sheesh. We're gonna kind of have transformer back into vehicle mode. So open the chest back up, bring that back, rotate it back, close that back up, have the arms back in. Oh no, wait, don't want to do that. Sheesh. You want to bring the arms up like that on both of those hinges and tap them right back into that place for vehicle mode, like that. Oh man. I got to stop going to bed so late. I mean, I find a bunch of videos on YouTube about things that I like, but anyway, we're going to take. Damn it! Don't normally curse, but I'm going to take spoiler section, untab it, bring it back on a double hinge, rotate it, and for the legs, we're going to open that panel back up, fold the feet back in. Oh, sheesh. But now we're going to rotate the shins and bring them up like this so that the arms can have a place to tap in. And there is the Rodimus Unicronus configuration mostly complete. So we're going to take the entire trailer section and get that into the Unicronus configuration. So we're going to take the guns out, leave them off to the side. We're going to take the arms, take them out from here, like that, and then we're just going to untap them from each other. There's tabs and slots on our side. Bring these panels up, tap them in, and there we have an arm all done. So, do the same thing on the other side, open that up, swing it back, tap it in, and there are the arms all done. So now we're going to put the heels out, kind of get them out of the way, like that, and then just untap this right there. There's tabs on either side that goes into slots on the legs right there. And now we're going to open this up. Man, I don't normally yawn this much. Sheesh. But we'll go ahead and open those up. Bring this entire assembly back on the double hinge. Bring those back in. Rotate this spoiler down. Close these back up. Have them back together. Bring the legs down. And on my copy, the knees are kind of loose. So I just leave the legs tabbed together. And we'll pull the cross plate down because nobody wants to see any of that. Can't really censor any of that out. And before we really dive into Rodimus Unicronus' robot mode, let's take a quick look at the Decepticon Matrix of Chaos. So there it is with the black, purple, and red. And the light piping on this one kind of works a little too well because the red kind of seeps through the paint, but shows up on the camera quite nicely. If I do say so myself. Just go ahead and put that back in, and it just goes in right there. So Now, I take this entire piece here, and this will just drop in like so. Oops! This will just drop in, the crotch, kind of go into that right there, that little tab, I guess, like that. That'll click into place, and those little tabs on the arms will go into those clips on either side, but there's a specific way you have to do it because you have to line up those little tabs with the clips. So you have to do it like that. Like that. So there's one undone. Do the same thing on the other side. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sheesh. That was almost bad. But do the same thing on the other side. Let me see if I can get this on camera. Yep, looks pretty good. This will just look at a place. Oh, hang on, don't really have it lined up. But crazy cats. This will just click into place right here, like that. So there's that done. Let me just reposition everything here. Like I said, and these are kind of loose and floppy on my copy, so. And now we're just going to bring this entire section down, kind of get the arms out of the way, bring these out a little so you have clearance, kind of make sure the arms go into the proper place, the Rodimus arms, kind of give it a nice little squeeze so it stays nice and firm. And there we go. There is Rodimus Unicronus in robot mode. And again, he has the black, purple, red detailing with some gray. The top is purple for the head crest, red for the visor. That shows up very nicely on the camera. Very nice and bright. You can clearly see how evil he is. With the mustache and the kind of goatee, kind of looks like if Rob Zombie was a Transformer. I don't know, that's just my personal, that's just the way I see it, my point of view. And again, silver for the exhaust pipes. And he still has standard articulation. The arms can go in and out. They can do a full 360 and the spoilers don't get in the way. You get slightly over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. You'll also get a swivel right there at the arm, and you also get a wrist swivel, which is kind of hard to show there, but you do have a wrist swivel. Oops, the head can rotate, but just like on Nemesis Hot Rod, it can only go so far. I'm gonna untab the legs for the sake of the articulation. They can go forward that far, they can go back that far. Unfortunately, you can't do the full splits because of that little skirt piece there. Thigh swivel, and you get 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and the feet can go forward and back, and you also have ankle tiltage. So I'll just go ahead and tab the legs back together, and as you can see, he's just kind of bending due to how top heavy he is. And just get all that situated so he stays standing up straight. Oop. Okay, that's as best as I can do. And you can give him the guns, doesn't really matter which gun you put into which hand. I say gun, they're more like blasters, but you can arm him up with the guns, blasters, whatever. So, this video ended up pretty long. Wow. But, anyway, there'll be more reviews coming soon, so stay tuned for those. See ya!